Okay, so let's start with another exercise on linear regression, and in this exercise we are going to do the linear regression. So the data set that we are going to use is from the stock market, right? So let's clear our output, whatever is there, clear it, and then we can start. So let's see, yeah, it is cleared. So now we can start. So now linear regression, this is the exercise number 2. So we can run it. Then we are importing our basic libraries which we are going to use, that is pandas and numpy. So that also we can import. Once it is imported, then we are going to use the data set. Now this data set is available in a data frame which we are going to use. So this has been done. Now the pandas that we are going to have, this is in a data frame, and the data set that we have is from the stock market, where we have 2 years data, that is 2016 and 17, and the months, of course 12 months are there, interest rate, that is another there. So these are all 24 elements which are there in this. Then unemployment rate for every month, then stock index price. So these are the 4 main columns, 1 2 3 4 5 columns which are there. Now all of them we are going to transfer to a data frame called DF. So data frame which is already there in the stock market, which we are transferring into DF so that we can further do our manipulation. So for that we can simply run this, so that this is done. And then we have also printed, with the help of this code, that is print DF, we have printed whatever data is there in this particular array that you are seeing, that is the year, month, interest rate, unemployment rate, and stock index price. Whatever is there, it is same, there is no change in that, right? Then further on to that, we are going to transfer this into x-axis and y-axis. Why it is being done? Because we want to draw a kind of a plot here. So for that we are transferring the data, and we are selecting only index price and the interest rate, because we want to see that how the changes take place. So on x-axis we are having the stock index price, on y-axis we are having the interest rate, right? So this we are transferring. There is no output will be there, but yes, we are transferring into x-axis and y-axis as it is mentioned here, right? This has happened. Then we are going to do the same thing. Of course this is for no change in this also, so we can comfortably run it. And then we are going to import matplotlib. Now matplotlib, as we know, it is used for the graphs and plots, etc. So we are importing matplotlib.pyplot as plt, so that we can draw our scatter plot, right? So after doing this, for drawing a scatter plot, we have to write this code, plt.scatter, x-axis and y-axis. Now remember, x-axis and y-axis are the two different, where we have shifted our data, and because we want to draw a kind of a scatter plot between these two, so that is why we are transferring this. Then we want to have a title, that is stock index price versus interest rate. Then x label is stock index price, y label we have interest rate, and then we are going to have the plot. So for that we just want to run this with this code. So once this code has been run, we get a scatter plot like this, and the title, whatever we have mentioned here, is available, like the stock index price versus interest rate. On y-axis you are having the interest rate, on x-axis we have the stock index price. Now see the plot. From this point, that is 700 to about 1000 points, there is no change, it is all stable. But from this point onward there is a change, and this is all as per the data which is available here. So this data tells us that the scatter plot, or the scatter plot tells us that how this variation is taking place. So you can see that at different interest rates, how the change is taking place, and that is what our purpose of seeing creating a scatter plot, right? So this we can see, and we can definitely draw our inferences from looking at this. Then the next that we are going to have is to import the pandas also. From pandas we are importing the data frame, and the data frame that we have already have, that is the same stock market, month, interest rate, unemployment, stock price, index price, and then we are going to again run that, which is nothing but the same data, same output, and which we are getting here. Now we are again matplotlib, again we are importing, otherwise it is not required, but it is always better. And then the data is of course same, interest rate, unemployment, stock price, and year. And now we are going to have on axis like x-axis and y-axis. X-axis we have the interest rate, and y-axis we have the unemployment rate, right? So we are going to run it. Now here we have simply transferred it. The next that we are going to see is to draw a line chart. Now this line chart is between the two things, that is interest rate and unemployment rate. And here for drawing this line chart we have to use this code, that is plt.plot. Interest rate, unemployment, these are the two variables that we are considering. Title of course is line chart, x label is interest rate, and y label is unemployment rate. And then we are going to draw a plot. So just by running it we will get a line chart. Now line chart is going to be like this, which you can see it's a very zigzag kind of a thing, where on y-axis we are having an unemployment and x-axis we are having interest rate. Now as the interest rate is increasing, just see, these are the things which as an analyst one has to understand, that as the interest rate is increasing you are seeing the change in the unemployment rate also, from 5.4 to 5.6. At this stage it is becoming stable, because once the interest rate is lowest it is stable, it's not changing. So as it is moving from 1.2 to 2 to 2.2, then 2.4, 2.6, like that, the variations you can see, and that is what you can get with the help of the line chart. Now the next that we are going to see, that again from pandas import data frame, same data, nothing changed, and again we can draw if required. If not required, if you don't need to, you can stop it, but it is better, because the more familiarity you have with your data is always better. Again the same data that you have, again interest rate and employment rate, you can run it and see that nothing is going to happen, because no graph etc has been drawn. Now we are going to have a scatter plot again, and here we are going to have it between interest rate and employment rate, where title is line chart, interest rate and unemployment rate, and here again we are showing it, so we can get the kind of a line chart. But here you can see that it's a mix of a line chart and a scatter plot. So here we are getting this, and on x-axis we are having interest rate, the same plot but in a different manner. That was only a line chart. If you see, go back here, again between the interest rate and employment rate. But here we are having a kind of a scatter plot, where different interest rate, what is the situation of unemployment rate. So that you can get from this. So that is how you can always draw your conclusions after understanding your graph, which has come as an output to the whatever code you have written. You can see that how things are changing, how the variation takes place. This completes the linear regression. Thank you.